Hey, what's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV, powered by Stagefront VIP. Being joined with the one and only Mr. Teofimo Lopez, who takes on Josh Taylor coming up June 10th in New York, in Manhattan. Teofimo, man, it's been a few months since I've had a chance to speak to you, bro. How are you? How are you doing? How is everything?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me. I know it's been some time. You know me, I like to go ghost from time to time, stay focused on other things. But yeah, man, I'm super excited. I can't wait.
How's the process been leading up to this fight with Josh Taylor?
Very, very good. Well trained, well thought out, for this plan that we have in mind. Been focusing, I feel like I'm that's what's the part that has brought me a lot of confidence, especially for this fight coming up. I feel like the young takeover of 2018. That's how I feel. I feel like that, and in the sort of we figured out a problem that was giving me issues, alongside with my coach. Teofimo Lopez Senior, my father. And we just went back to the drawing board and we figured out what was the issue. So ever since then, my sparring has been looking phenomenal in those rounds, training, getting hit less, and things that I need to do. So I'm really excited, and looking like the person that I need to look like for June 10th.
What was that problem, Teo? What'd you guys figure out?
Yeah, that's for us to know and for you guys to find out June 10th.
You keeping it a secret?
It's just minor tweaks, man. That's really what it is. Just a little bit of, we got to be a bit more. How can I say? I can't do certain things the way my coach wanted me to do them because it takes away from my talent. So there was just some things that I felt pressured in doing, whether it was certain moves, certain punches, constant punches. It was throwing me off of my game. So, I'm someone that has vision, someone that could read a fighter very well. And what my coach was having me do for these past few fights, it worked for Lomachenko, doesn't work for nobody else. Yeah.
Yeah, you brought out something that a lot of fans bring up, like can Teo get back to the Teofimo of a few years ago? Obviously, you've heard what people are saying. I don't know if it affects you. I don't think it does because you're good at
I
picking
use
those
it
things
as
out.
fuel.
Yeah.
I use all that stuff as fuel because, it's just people hopeful of me. That's really what it is. Even whether they hate me, love me. Um, I think it's just people in general just want to see what can I do. They were excited to see me as my upbringing of into the sport. The horizon is near for me now, and I really like it. I'm really enjoying the parts of it. So it's at the same time it's just noise, but it's also a reminder. But I think people forget. I nearly died. So it takes a little bit to gather that back up. Yeah.
Coming into this fight with Josh Taylor, even though technically he's not undisputed anymore, he had to give up a majority of the belts. Do you see this fight as the fight to solidify who is number one at 140 pounds?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's beaten Regis Prograis. He beat Ivan Baranchik. Um, he's beaten a lot of top fighters, Jose Ramirez. I mean, he's went and collected all the belts that he needed to collect to become undisputed. So you got two guys, former undisputed, fighting each other, the best versus the best, and that's what boxing is all about. That's what it brings to the table. He holds the Ring magazine, which is the number one solidifying person at that weight that basically identifies as the champion of champions. And that's what we're fighting for this fight.
I know after your win against Vasily, you and your dad had mentioned, you guys want to go back to back undisputed. Unfortunately, you can't do that, even though, like you said, you feel like the winner of this fight is going to be number one at 140. But is that still the goal for you at 140? Is after this fight, if you win, go and collect the rest of the belts to be able to have that distinguishment?
Well, I already look at it like, this fight right here should be, in my eyes, no one has beaten Josh Taylor. He's still technically undisputed. But people are gonna say what they gotta say. People even try to still dispute my undisputed. It's part of, I guess, what they say, boxing business. So yeah, the goal is still in there. If not, if it's just hard, man. It's hard. You know what's hard? It's hard that a lot of these fighters, they talk a good game on the internet. They're internet thugs, but like in real life, they just don't do it. You know what I mean? You got to do it till you just do it. And a lot of these fighters, whether they're champions or not, especially with this performance I'm gonna put on for against Josh Taylor, I think that's gonna probably scare a lot of fighters to not want to face me. Even the champions right now at the 140 division. But this fight right here, the Ring Magazine, is the 100th year anniversary. Beating Josh Taylor makes me the kingpin of 140.
No, for you, you mentioned these fighters. Is there anyone in particular that comes to mind, or you think just in general? Because I think lately we've seen a lot of the younger fighters, Devin, Ryan, want to have these tough fights. And I've told people I feel that you kind of set the tone for that when you went and faced Lomachenko in a fight that a lot of people counted you as the underdog and thought you were crazy to do. But overall, what do you make of all that?
It's like, I think Nas, he said it, a lot of these guys call him out and stuff, but you got to hit a certain level to be able to do that, and I don't feel like these fighters have been able to get to that point. Look, when they finally got to the little bit of a test, they had struggled. They struggled big time too. So, and we make it look easy. We're just on a different level. I think if anything, it's just it's a compliment in my eyes, because I'm basically the guy that's making the waves. I'm a trendsetter. People follow what I do. After I beat Josh Taylor on June 10th, what else? They're gonna try to copy it. I'll be the youngest active Hall of Famer at 25. This win, Marcos, solidifies me as the first ballot ticket to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, yeah. I like
at 25.
You can make an
just
argument.
A quarter of my life.
Well, I was gonna say you can make an argument that you may have done that with your win over Vasily Lomachenko, just given what you were able to do with that.
I'm gonna have like 2 Hall of Fame careers in one.
Though some people might think that statement is a little crazy, but no, being undisputed is an extremely hard thing to do given this current landscape of boxing. It's like not everybody's able to do it, So props to you for being able to do it.
Thank you, man. It's not easy, but that's part of life. Such as life is not easy. You got to aim for things that people may fear, And I like to aim for the impossible because there's less competition there. Listen, this is my 3rd fight at 140 pounds. I'm facing the kingpin and the guy that's beating everybody, dethroned everyone at the 140 division. Not a lot of people do that. They're like, wait, let's take our time. Let's build it up, get used to the 40 division. I'm like, fuck that. I'm ready now. Give it to me now.
Yeah, that's what I like about you guys now, because a lot of the young guys
don't say you guys, because it's very difficult. They're not doing I would say it straightforward if they were doing it exactly the way we do it. But they're not. They take a couple years and then they take that fight. Or they wait a couple of months later after the person looks like he's not having a good time, and then they take the fight. But they never take a fighter when they're very hot in the game. They marinate it and they wait. They wait and pray that the fighter has a hard time with the next fight. So, when we faced Vasily Lomachenko, he was number 1 pound for pound during the time, killing everybody in the ring. And he was ahead of Canelo, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Tyson Fury, Usyk, all these guys in the pound for pound list. He was number 1, and we went out there and we beat him at his time, at his prime. So I just don't think that these guys are doing it exactly the way we do it. But it's a society now that we live in where the fake go along with the fake. The real just got to learn how to kill.
Based on what you've seen of Josh, what do you make of him? And do you feel that the last fight, you can get a lot from that, or do you think that that last fight you shouldn't count it?
You should never count on any fight, because any last fight, any fight that is happening now, you can't really count on it because they're studying and training for your style, your specific point of view. So every time I go in a fight, man, I'm basically facing a fighter that I'm prepared for anything and everything. I'm not looking for one specific thing that they constantly do or not, because they could change it into this next camp, into this next fight. So, but I understand the magnitude of this fight. I understand my place in it. He's the champion. I'm the challenger again. And I like that. I like that feeling.
What's the most challenging thing you feel could be that Josh gives to you in this fight? Nothing. You're that confident, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
When I win, you guys are all going to be surprised, but I'm just going to be like, I've been here before. I've done this. But I just, just like Jesus, people didn't believe him until he did what he did and until it happened. But he knew it was going to be what it was. Not saying that I'm Jesus now. Hold up. I pray my Lord.
Because people are going to say that in the comment section.
Of course they are. Of course they are. So let me, but that's my king. That's my leader.
Yeah.
First and foremost, that's who I bow my knee to. But when it comes to it, man, yeah, people just don't know until you do it, right? So that's the only way. And although sometimes life could be boring because of it. Sometimes. Because you know what you're gonna do. But then everybody else, then they'll jump on my dick again and make sure you put the whole sack in your mouth. This time.
Yeah, I've been doing a bit of research, and I know that you've been watching a lot of tape of Josh Taylor.
I have.
From that, I guess, where does
Which I don't do.
Yeah, you don't normally do. Yeah.
Done that. I've never done
what spurred you for this fight? Why did you do that for Josh? Is it because you understand, like, hey, you know what? He is really, really good. Maybe I should go look at tape of him.
No. It's not even that. It's just like I never looked at tape because I felt like it was cheating. Yeah. I know people are gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
But I'm just not your ordinary fighter. I'm not the guy that goes and wakes up at 9 a.m. or 6 a.m. and go run and stuff like that. Nah, man. I just do things differently. It works for me. Everybody's different. I always thought of looking at fighters as a cheat code. But for this fight, yeah, I'm gonna cheat. So let me cheat, watching him, see how he moves and things, because I could pinpoint certain things that a fighter does. Everything is boxing's a dance, so I gotta know my dance partner for this fight, I suppose. And I kind of want to know how to look at my greatest. That's really why I'm doing it. I'm cheating for myself, not cheating for him, not cheating because I think that he has something that I'm not ready for. No. I've seen it all. I'm prepared for it all. But really, it's just I really want to look my greatest. So the only way I look my greatest, I'll check some film out.
Josh has said in interviews that he expects a knockout and he expects it to come in 6 to 8 rounds.
Okay, you can expect a lot of things. Everyone got a plan until they get punched in the face. So, shout out to Mike Tyson.
But given his style, given your style, I would imagine it's a foregone conclusion. Like this fight shouldn't go 12 rounds, right?
You know what? We'll see. It depends on how I want it, how I want to play it. I'll make sure to dictate the fight the way I need to. I've been there before. A lot of people don't know, man, who I really am. You guys have yet to see that part of me. I think people seen a little bit of it with Lomachenko, but this is a little bit different. This guy's heavier. He's bigger. He's gonna come the way he needs to, and pause. But that just doing things that people have yet to see. That's what I bring to the table, or they haven't seen in a long time. So I study a lot of the greats, man. I study a lot of old time boxers. They teach you a thing or two.
I think with Punch, you had made a comment about you want to kill Josh Taylor. People online are like, oh my God, like what is Teo saying? How could he say something like that? Where was that coming from, Teo? And I guess, do you apologize at all for saying that, given that, people in boxing do end up passing away?
This is what I mean. Boxing soft.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna pass away against Cambosis because of my injuries that I had prior to the fight. Literally. So I thank God that I'm still here. But had I gone, shit, they'll do the 10 bell count, right? And people will miss me for a little bit and then be forgotten. But I'm not apologizing for my comment. No. If he dies, he dies. People have died in the sport. This is what comes with it. And I know a lot of people are trying to use the kid situation and saying that, well, if you're all about the kids, you shouldn't be saying this and promoting it. No. Relax. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm all about the kids and what I do it for. And when I win, it's for the kids. Killing a man or not killing a man, it's just part of the territory that you sign up for. There was a guy May 6th. He was 22 years old and he passed away. I think we all know about it, right? But it's just part of the sport. I mean, we usually get an average of 6 to 8 fighters passing away yearly. So this is not a game to play. That's why a lot of people don't do it, And the ones that do it are cautious of their lives being in there. I mean, no, I'm not someone that apologizes. And I know people want to consequent me for those words that I'm saying. The fuck you gonna punish me for? Because what? I'm speaking a truth that people die when they go in the ring and they fight. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get less promotion because I'm speaking on me trying to hurt somebody that bad. I mean, if the guy's trying to retire me from the sport of boxing, that's basically the same thing equally to killing me. Because at the moment, this is where I make my money. At the moment, this is where I put food on the table. So, no, I'm not gonna apologize for my truthful words. Sorry if they're very strong. If anything, sorry that you're too sensitive to understand the truth of what we do this for. I got scars that my son is gonna see for the rest of my life and his life. That's not something that I want him to see, but it just comes with it. It's part of the territory. So if you don't like it, don't sign up for boxing. If you don't like it, then don't watch boxing. Watch MMA. Those guys die less.
Fair enough, Teo. I had a lot of fan questions come in for you, and I think the one that I got the most was, if you beat Josh Taylor, are you wanting to stick around at 140, or are you eyeing 147? Like, it was a lot of, how long does Teo see himself at 140?
I'm a big believer in my faith, and I'm a big believer in God. So that really comes to play on his hand. That's really what I could say. Whether he wants me here to actually complete the whole segment of Undisputed at 140, then we'll do that. If he wants me to go to 47 because he sees it, he sees that I can even do it on a third level, then we do that too. I just follow. God is really my matchmaker. He's the one that really goes out there and moves me the way he needs me to do it. I'm his instrument, and I'm grateful for it. I worked very hard to be there in that position. And yeah, man, I leave it all into God's hands,
I guess if you could, be able to do it, what would you do? Like, what would you prefer to do? I know you said what you said, but if you had the power.
I want to get a rematch with Cambosis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, but he's not gonna take the fight. So, but we'll see from there. Right now, I'm just focused at 140 and focusing on Josh Taylor. After that, I got another battle, and that's my ex-wife. That's my next battle.
Yeah, you touched on it in other interviews. How is that, Teo? How are you doing with that? And how are you able to get that out and not have it affect you coming into this fight?
Book of Job.
What refresh
The
me on
book
that.
of Job.
Yeah.
Okay. The book of Job was a man that believed a lot in God, a lot of faith. But this is where they talk about in Job's verse. This is where God and the devil made a deal amongst each other to show for one man on earth. Satan went and said, I guarantee you, you take everything from this man, he will curse you. And God said, no, he won't. I believe in him. But God did it anyways. Took it to see if it is true or not. But knowing that Job was not ever going to curse at God. So he took his kids, his wife, his camels, his sheep, everything that you need and during those times as a man, right? To live a good wealth life. So, so one thing that Job said after everything was taken away from him and people were letting him know what happened to his family, he goes down on his knees and Satan thinks that he's going to go and curse God, but he doesn't. What does he do? He says, God giveth, God taketh, blessed be the name of the Lord. And Satan was mad, very mad, extremely mad, because he thought he took everything from you. And this is where I'm at now. So I'm like in a resurrection of the book of Job. I look at it like that. If everything's being taken away from me, when I beat George Kambosos, everyone else is gonna da and all the cuts and how it looks. I beat him, watch it without commentators. But you know something? They took my camels, which was the most prized possession during the times. My camels was the belts, undisputed. Took it away from me. Took my lungs away from me. Could be my sheep, right? But now I'm at a point now where it's taking my kid away from me. So, and I don't have no wife now. Taking all my earnings, half of my money, maybe more. Took a $300,000 G-Wagon from me that I paid for with my hard-earned money. So, this is just my revelation of the book of Job. I believe it. Because what he always said was this, though. What you meant for evil, God meant for good. And eventually, Job got 10 times more than what he lost. Because why? He's kept his faith. I'm a big preacher, man. I'm a big believer, so to speak. So, yeah, a lot of things are happening in my life. Good. Because I know things that are being taken away from me, it's from God, not Satan. Things that are being given to me are from God, not Satan. And things that are being blessed upon me is by the Almighty Father, the one that was here, the Son of God. And I'm just following that path, man. A lot of people don't take this path. I'm telling you this now. Nobody really takes this path because it's a very hard one. Because you're dealing with Satan, You're dealing with competing with him. A lot of people don't want to compete with Satan because, to everybody else, he's a scary dude. But when you believe in God so much, he's just a puny God. It's really what he is. So, yeah, man, not to get onto the, but I love boxing, man. I love fighting. It's what I do it for. Kind of want to, I still have my soul, never sold it. I could have been bigger than all these guys if I did. But we're still here now, and June 10th is really what's going to change it's going to change it all for me. It's really going to, I think, humble the industry, so to speak, because it just shows God is real. And how? By winning this fight. There's a lot of people in some bad things that a lot of you guys may know or may not know. I don't need to speak upon it because I love my family. So, but winning this fight means everything to me because it's not for me, it's for God.
I'm sorry that you're having to go through all that, Teo. I know,
man, that was a long shit right there. But you know something, man? Man, it's part of life, man. Such is life. Life is hard. You either let it make you or you let it break you. And I'm somebody that loves loves it. I'm living the impossible and making it possible for others to do it too. When I became Undisputed in 2020, how many Undisputed champions have we had ever since that?
Good amount.
A good
Charlo, Devin, uh,
Canelo,
yeah, Canelo,
Taylor,
yeah, Taylor, yeah.
Not Usyk,
Not yet.
Inui.
Inui, yeah.
Who else?
I think that's it.
And then what about the women?
Oh, the women, yeah. Clarissa,
Katie
Katie,
Taylor.
Chantel, Cameron.
All right, yeah, man. You see, now Usyk did it in 2018.
Yeah, cruiserweight.
Did anybody follow him then?
No. Well,
The
they would say
next,
you.
exactly, yes, it was. Thank you, Marcos. At least you're keeping something right. At least you're keeping something right. But you see that, right? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So who's really setting the move? That's why I get the least amount of promotion from people that I work with. It's interesting, right? It's like you're shooting yourself in the fucking foot by not promoting me, because then you're not getting the revenue or the views that you need. But they rather take a guy like Devin Haney and all these other fighters and be okay with the rest and have me as a wet rag in the way. So, but it's okay, man. This is, like I say, no hard feelings. I'm a businessman at the same time, so I can't really. I'm not here to burn bridges. I'm really not, man. I'm a good kind of dude, man. You know, like Mike Tyson said it. He says, "There's great men. I've met a lot of great men, but they're not good dudes. They're not good men." So he says, I'm a great man. A lot of people call me great, but I wasn't a good man. So he says that now he aims to be a good man rather than a great man. So for myself, I think I could do both. I think I could become both. So, you know, just take it day by day, fight by fight, and put them in front of me, and we beat them.
Just to get something accurate, I had read something. I don't know if it's true or not. That is this the last fight on the contract with ESPN and Top Rank?
It's not my last fight with ESPN and Top Rank. I think I got till 2024.
Okay, all right. So you still got another year of fights left.
No, I don't.
No.
People could buy your contract out.
Huh?
It's still a thing.
Uh-huh. What do you? Okay. Where are you going with that?
I'm an expensive whore. You gotta pay me. And I bring views.
Yeah.
I bring views. And I can fill in seats. I could definitely fill in seats if I got the right people behind me to do it. Get me?
Yeah.
So yeah. This fight, I'm trying to look so pretty, so handsome. So I want to shine so bright that your eyes burn before you even walk in the room. It's just really what it is. So how do I do it? I look good doing it. I fight great looking like it. And then we beat the top guy. And then, hey, who wants me on their network? Who wants the highest views on their network? I mean, I still hold the highest ratings on ESPN, 4.3 million views. Still, to this day, in boxing, to this day. And that was in 2020. We're in 2023 now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I'm just really aiming for who wants to buy me out. It's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to be a lot of money for them to buy me out because I'm at the end of my contract. They don't want me anyways. So it's a win-win-win for everybody.
Why, when you say they, do you mean ESPN or do you mean Top Rank? And I guess in your opinion, why do you feel that they don't want you?
If it fits the shoe, it fits, right? If it fits the shoe, then hey, it fits. Hey, no bad blood. I got my takeover promotions. Obviously, I know I'm gonna see that side again. So it may be with me, it may not be with me, But after this fight, I'm gonna start signing fighters and working on those things as well. Become an actual part of the business of boxing and kind of do my own key points in there. Trying to help the youth. as much as possible. Educate them. Show them different ways. You can call them my disciples. You can call them whatever you want, but that's really what we're doing it for. Here to set a better movement, a better tent for boxing. You know, I have a lot of good people. I have a lot of investors that watch me. A lot of networks outside of even the sport of boxing that are interested. So just weighing my options, man. But none of that matters until we win.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's an important fight for you. And the future of the
But
division.
I do want to clarify one
Yeah.
specific thing to Top Rank and to ESPN, and I would like for you to post this, Marcos.
Okay.
I want to thank ESPN for the platform they put me on, that they've done miraculous work on me. I wouldn't become the Takeover if it wasn't through ESPN. And I also want to thank Top Rank for signing me and as having my professional debut on a beautiful card like Pacquiao and Vargas. I really admire all the things that you guys have done for me. And I don't have bad blood with you all. I just need to feed as my family is getting bigger. I'm having more nephews and nieces being born, and I have my son, and I just at the same time I do my fights to win and be the greatest, but I also need to get paid. I also need to get paid. So with that being said, I'm very, very grateful. I will always help you guys. And if I see a talent out there that I feel like will be suitable for your stable or for your platform, I will always be that guy to do it. So to Top Rank and to ESPN, thank you. Thank you so much, tremendously. I mean, my life has changed because of you guys, and I will never forget that. I don't let go and forget of the people that have brought me there. And I just really want you guys to understand that. Please understand, I don't mean none of this personally. I'm not a personal kind of guy, only in the ring when I fight these fighters. Other than that, I am who I always been to you guys since starting up. A good, generous, understanding man, knowing what's part of the business and what's personal. But please understand, I need to move forward. I can't move back. And just like Walter Elias Disney has once said, keep moving forward. And with that note, and I'm very grateful and thank you guys so much.
But the door's still open though, right? If they come with the right amount, when it comes to renegotiation, renewing the contract, you're willing to sit down and hash something out.
Just with my promotion and network, yes.
Yeah.
But
just with your promotion and network, so not Top Rank, just you directly with ESPN.
Yep, and I can always have Top Rank or every other promotional company out there, whether it's Matchroom, Al Heyman, so on and so forth. We can always do individual deals, fight deals on the side, but nothing where it's yearly contracts. Yes.
So it's from after this, from when the contract's over, it's Takeover Promotions. You want to be able to handle your career in your own hands and make these deals.
Because I'm gonna be honest, Marcos, I have a lot of great ideas, man. So many, and it's hard because there's just certain blocks that no matter how much I step over them, there's just not letting me get it. And those ideas that I have are huge masses for the sport, not for myself alone, but for the sport. You know, and when people block or when things like that block my visions of ideas, it's very hard for me to continue on somewhere like that. So because of whatever reason it may be. I have so many great ideas for ring walks alone, just that alone, outside of the other ideas that I have inside the ring, outside for the environment, for the venues and stuff. And it's just hard, man. There's certain people that are higher up that think their shit don't stink, and it fucks up our sport sometimes, especially with talent like myself. I'm not just a fighter. I'm really a genius. I'm smart, so fucking smart, man. I'm grateful for it too, man, because I really give it all to the universe. I think about everything. I so much do. So, you know, you need networks in order to be the best at what you do, and I know that. So that's why I never got myself caught up in clubs, in trouble. Never did any of that. I made sure of it because I know that that 9-figure payday check is coming very soon. The only thing I got to do is just keep beating the people they put in front of me and look great doing it, and collecting my greatness, collecting my legacy, collecting the things that I could leave behind for the new generation that's coming up, looking at us right now.